Hi everybody, my name is Adrian. We are going to be using the Pilates ring. We're going to do a little bit of stretching and mobilization. I always think this is really important, especially if you get a really tight back, tight hamstrings, etc. This is a great little workout for you to do. I say workout, I'm talking more about a stretch and release session. So grab your Pilates circle for me now, bring yourself into a seated position. You're going to come on down nice and safe onto your back, so place the circle to the side, hands behind your knees, sit up nice and tall, inhale. As you exhale, roll down through the spine sequentially and bring your head down safely onto your mat. Scooch yourself into the center of your mat. Make sure that your feet are about hip width apart. Walk your hands towards your heels. Wide collarbones, eye gaze to the sky, and just find a little neutral position here for me. So what I mean by that is you want a pocket of air underneath that lower back. So both hip bones and pubic bone are on the same plane as your mat. When you've done that, you're going to grab onto your Pilates ring for me. Make sure that the handle is pointing up to the sky. You're going to place your right foot into that circle and then place the left foot into the circle. So I've got my feet side by side. So you could start here with bent knees. So if you're not really flexible, keep your knees bent, please. It's not about who can stretch the furthest. Work with your own range of flexibility today. I'm going to lengthen my legs. I'm going to try to stretch out behind my knees. Just be really mindful with any type of knee pathologies or the attachments at the back of your knees are really sensitive. So I'd say bend your knees a little. Turn your palms to face you. And just allow your shoulder blades to roll back and down. So the blades are sliding down towards your lower back. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Allow the ankles to relax and allow the heels to press to the sky as the toes come down towards the shins. So the positioning I have on my feet for the handles is on the toe mounds, just underneath that foot on the toe mounds, and I'm allowing my ankles to relax, and that I can feel a calf stretch coming in here as well as a hamstring stretch. Allow that sacrum to feel really heavy into your mat, just keeping that neck nice and long. Let's take a deep inhale here and then exhale. Let's draw those thighs towards the rib cage. If you do start to shake, that means back off a little, so always listen to your body. Shoulders are staying down, they're not starting to ride up towards the ears, and just hold this position for me. Take a nice long inhale and exhale, blowing out the air. Imagine you're blowing the air out through a straw. Yeah, so we inhale and then we exhale. One more time, keeping that sacrum nice and heavy into the ground, breathing out. Brilliant. And then try and ease those legs in a little further without bending your knees if you can. If it's too intense, just back off, as I mentioned earlier. So my elbows are slightly bent. Nice long breaths in and out, allowing those muscles to release, and then gently back off for me. Let's take that left foot out of the circle and then the right foot out of the circle. We're going to move this out of the way for the moment. And I just want you to come back down to the floor. Notice, extend the legs out. Notice the difference at the back of your legs now and your calves. You're going to float the arms up behind your head, and I want you to circle the ankles and the wrists. Change direction, go the other way. And then bring that right knee in towards your chest. If you've got any knee pain, maybe hold on underneath the knee if you prefer. Hold this position for me. And let's start to circle through that hip joint. And let's change direction. We're encouraging the synovial fluid to the joint. And then gently ease that hip knee in towards your ribs. Inhale. As we breathe out, lift your skull off the mat. Hold it there. Push that heel away actively. So push that left heel away. And then slowly bring yourself back down. Allow the skull to rest. And then changing legs. So bring the other leg in. So remember, either on top or underneath. I'm just going to scooch myself up just a tiny bit. And let's start to circle. And change direction. Go the opposite way. breathing as we do this. Ease that knee in towards the chest, raise the head up, press that right heel away from you. And then slowly come on down, and let's place that leg down. We let the right foot come in, and you take the arms out to a T position. I'd like you to bring your ankles, your knees and your inner thighs together, shoulders relaxed, neck is long. Inhale. And then exhale, allow your knees to move over to the right and turn your head to the left. Now taking your left arm that you're looking towards, reach it further out and look at it. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring that arm back to that T position. Let the knees come back to the center. And let's exhale as we take the legs over to the opposite side. Reach that right arm out, out, out. So I want a nice diagonal two-way pull from the right wrist towards that right knee, looking towards that arm. So I've taken my arm up a little. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale, and then bringing your legs back to the center. Lovely job. You're going to bring both knees into your chest this time, either holding on top or underneath. You choose what works for you today. I've laced my fingers together and I'm going to lift up. So we're going to inhale here and we're going to exhale. We're going to inhale here and we're going to exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Release it down. One leg at a time. Slide those legs out along the mat. Reach the arms past your ears. Trying to keep those ribs nice and quiet. Keep them soft and rested down towards the floor. I want you to reach the right arm and then the left arm away as if your body was yawning. Just reach and stretch. Just enjoy this for me. And then we're going to bring the arms down for a moment. Now this is going to look a little odd, but go with me on this. So I want you to move your shoulders towards the left side of your mat. And I want you to move your feet to the same position there. And I'd like you to take your arms above your head and hold onto your elbows if that feels comfortable. If not, you can always just keep your arms down here for me. So what we're doing here is trying to get an opening through the side here and into the ribs on the side, up through the side of the body. So we're taking a side bend or a lateral flexion in this laying down position. If you want a little more, you're going to cross that right leg over the left and push that heel away. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Scooch your body back to the center of your mat. Uncross your legs. Coming back, bring the arms down. Same on the other side. So we're going to take our shoulders to the right side of the mat now. And then you're going to take your legs as well. I know this may look a little strange, but go with me on this. Grabbing your elbows, keeping those shoulders relaxed, and let's go for that side bend. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you want a little more, you're going to cross that left leg over. Notice the difference here. Wow, I can feel that. Deep inhale. Well, I want you to breathe into the left side of your ribs at the moment. And exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Come back to the center. Uncross your legs and then bring those arms down. Excellent. Bring your feet back underneath you. So we're going to go, we are preparing ourselves for our glute bridge or pelvic curl. So the hands are going to walk, inchworm your hands towards your heels. Shoulders are down. Inhale. As we exhale, peel your spine up, lifting your hips up to a position where your hips are open here. So we want to open out. The core is gently pulled up and in. And then have the arms back down. Hold this for a moment. Inhale. And exhale. As we're breathing out, you're going to roll down through your ribs. Now your tailbone is going to be really stubborn. It doesn't want to come down. So think about keeping your tailbone as high as you can as you articulate down, and the tailbone is the last thing to come down. We inhale at the base. As we exhale, pelvic curl up, pubic bone to navel. Press into your big toes as you roll up, inner thighs engaged as well. Opening your chest. Remember, I'm not looking for hyperextension. I'm looking for perfect ski slope position here. So straight line from under the armpit towards the knee. Hold it here. Inhale As we exhale, roll down through your rib cage, bone by bone. Remember that tailbone is stubborn, it doesn't want to come down yet, and then it comes down. Excellent. Let's roll back up, starting to bring a bit more fluidity into this. Take your right arm up and over. If this is as far as it will go, keeping rib and hip connection, stay here. Try not to pop out through those ribs. Pause and hold, and inhale. As we exhale, roll down through your spine, and then bring that arm down safely. Breathe in. Exhale through the mouth, roll yourself up, stepping back into your feet, big toes pressing into the floor as well. Take your left arm behind you, make sure those ribs are not popping out. Imagine magnets on the bottom of your rib tips and your hip bones to connect, and hold here. Inhale. Exhale, roll down, keeping the arm where it is, and then let the arm float down as well. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pelvic curl up, bone by bone, stepping into your feet, strong glutes, strong hamstrings. Take both arms behind you without those ribs popping out. Inhale. As we exhale, remember we roll down through the ribs first. And then come on down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. As we exhale, pelvic curl up. Think of those knees tracking forwards towards the second and big toe. Take the arms up. You're lifting just to your shoulder blades, not to your neck. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down, keeping the arms where they are. Roll down bone by bone, and then let the arms follow second. Excellent. We're going to cross that right ankle over the left. Now be very careful here with knee and hip pathologies. If this is where you wish to stay, stay here. Yeah? You're going to give me a gentle side to side sway. So I invite you to try this with me. So this is going to be level 1 over here. Level 2, you can take the arms out. You're going to move your knee down to the mat. You're going to turn and look away. And then you're going to go the opposite way. It's quite a strong rotational movement, this. And just breathe as you move. I'm not going to tell you when you should breathe. Just breathe when you feel you need to exhale. And then come back to the center, uncross, change sides. So now the left ankle crosses over the right thigh. The bones are not touching in the knee and the ankle. Once again, if you want to just stay here and give me a gentle rock from side to side, that is level 1. Level 2, we're going to take that knee down towards the floor and turn your head. And then go the opposite way. Let's go again. This is exactly what I need today. I've had a busy week of classes so far, so this is what I need. And I'm sure if you've been doing running, who knows what you've been doing, this is a really good thing to do, just to mobilize through the pelvis, the spine. Last one. Coming back to the center and uncross for me. Great. I'd like you to roll to your side, gently push yourself up and coming into your 4-point kneeling position. So we are in our 4-point kneeling position. So one nice open hands for this position. So your middle fingers are pointing directly out in front of you. Your neck is in a nice long line, so your head is not dropping down. Your wrists are below your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. Press your shins and your hands actively into the mat. Inhale. As we exhale, pelvic curl again. Now, this is where we start from, the pelvis, and then we ripple up through the spine, and the head then moves. And then we come back to a nice long spine. Let's do that again. Inhale. As we exhale, we originate from the pelvis, and the head will respond, the spine will respond. Press the arms strongly into the mat, round. And if you'd like to, surge the chest through the shoulders and go the opposite way. Let's go again. Tuck the tailbone underneath you, rounding your spine, nod your chin in. And then we let the tailbone lead the way, the skull lead the way, and go the opposite way. One more time, rounding. And release and come back to a long spine. Taking your right leg out, reaching out with the toes. You're going to cross it over and tuck your toes underneath you there. You are now going to look towards that ankle and hold it there. Think about your right hip rolling towards the back wall here as well. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center. Bring that leg back in and glide it underneath you. Let's change sides. So we take the left toes out,
cross that left leg over, tuck your toes underneath you, and have a little look behind you, what's happening out there. So think about that left hip rolling now towards your left side as you look over. Inhale, and then exhale. Come back to the center and bring your knees back to where they were. Pause here for a moment. I want you to bring the weight forwards towards your wrists and then back towards the heels. Now notice I do not change the position of my spine as I do this. We keep a nice long spine. The neck is in a neutral position. This is also very important if you've got really tight wrists. I aim to stretch out the forearms. If you do have any RSI issues or carpal tunnel through the wrist, I would suggest work at your own level here, so don't push it too much. But if you'd like to come with me, we're going to go a little further. So we're going to push the shoulders over the wrists and then come on back. Brilliant. So we're going to open the knees and bring the big toes together and sit yourself back. I'm going to scooch in a little more. If this doesn't agree with you, you're going to come to high kneeling. So you would be up nice and high and join me with the upper body movement here. So we're going to reach the right arm out and then the left. So really reach. The hands are side by side. Spread your fingers and then bring your eye gaze down towards your mat. So once again, we don't want to get dangly head syndrome here. We're going to pause and hold. And I just want you to move side to side. Notice maybe in the inner thighs, the groinal area, as you move from side to side, something is happening there. Keeping those shoulder blades down your back, glide them down. Notice what's happening through the shoulders and the chest. We are stretching out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to thread the needle, so the right arm is going to glide underneath you here. You're going to let your right shoulder drop down and you're going to listen to the floor. Now be very careful here. If this doesn't agree with you, maybe you just want to stay there. Yeah? So I'm going to bring my head down because I feel quite comfortable here. And I'm going to hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to slowly come back in and change sides. So reach that right arm long. Let's thread the needle with the left arm, palm facing upwards. Bring your left shoulder down and then listen to the floor. Make sure your neck is nice and comfortable and safe. Once again, take this option if that is a better option for you. We want to feel this at the top of the left shoulder right now, giving your shoulder a stretch, a bit more of a spinal rotation, and a bit of a neck stretch as well. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center. Revisit your child's pose position. Try to push your hips further back if you can. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently walk yourself back, walk yourself back, walk yourself back, bringing you into high kneeling. Check that your feet have now disappeared behind your thighs. Walk your hands out about shoulder width apart. And then you want to lift your tailbone up a little as you press your chest down. Exhale. And inhale, come up. And exhale, press that chest down. Chest and shoulder stretch. Remember, we don't want that dangly head syndrome once again. The head is not falling through the shoulders like so. Keep the eye gaze towards your mat. Pull the belly button gently in. One more time. And then slowly bring it in. Ripple yourself up for a moment. And then I want you to sit back on your heels for a moment. Just pause here for a moment. Take the arms out in front of you and lace your fingers, if safe to do so, and around the upper back. Nod the chin in, and then slightly move from side to side, as if we were hugging a tree, but then we were rotating. And just breathe as you do that. I notice something happening here in the backs of my ribs as I do that. And then slowly bring yourself down. And I want you to turn and face me. So you can sit cross-legged if you wish, or you can have your legs out like so. You could sit on top of a block, totally fine, because that's a bit easier tightness on the hips and the lower back. So just find your position here for a moment. Allow your wrists to just hang. Allow your shoulders to settle. Take a moment to breathe here, in through the nose
and out through the mouth. Think about a nice wide and full breath into your rib cage. Think of the ribs as an accordion as we inhale. And then we exhale. If you prefer to breathe in and out through the nose, please do so. So keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lengthen up and out through your spine, growing taller with each breath. Lovely. We're going to take the arms out to the sides. Drop your shoulders down. Today I want you to bring your fingers in your peripherals. So just wiggle your fingers, check that out. So we're not too far back. So slightly bring your fingers forward so you can see. Widen and broaden your upper back. So we're not squeezing and dropping the neck in. So we don't want a turtleneck. We want to lift up and out. Imagine there was a ruler behind the back of your neck. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to rotate over towards this side. So we inhale and then we exhale, rotate. Come back to the center, inhale. With each breath, we want to sit up taller because as we rotate, we want to lengthen up even taller. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, rotate. Think of the spine as a towel and we're wringing out that towel. We're going to do a little triple pulse on the next one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to exhale as you do that. And again, exhale. One more time. Come back to the center and bring those arms down. I'd like you to extend your legs out in front of you. Now, lift your butt cheeks for me. Lift your butt cheeks for me. And we're going to start to bring ourselves around. Now, as we do that, we are going to roll. We're going to roll. And we're going to come onto this hand a little. And we're just going to lift up. And we're going to come through the center. Do the same on the other side. And we're going to roll, roll, roll. And reach. Let's go again. Inhale and exhale. Now, if your wrists allow it, you're going to come up and reach and come down. Other side and come down. So now we're using a bit of glutes, hamstrings, core. Reach and again. Reach. Now, if you want to, you come forwards and you reach up. And you come forwards and you reach up. Last 2. Breathe as you reach. Last 1. And then come on in. Bring in the soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. So I'm going to be side on to you, just because. We're going to sit up nice and tall. You could do this on a block. Inhale. As you exhale, you're gently going to press those knees out and lean forwards. Now, I am not flexible. So for me, this is it. I'm sure you can get your knees all the way out, but this is as good as it gets for me. So we inhale. As we exhale, we gently press those knees out, inner thigh stretch, and hold it here. So we try not to encourage that position. You're going to lift up and out through the spine, roll your shoulders back. Hinge from your hips to do this. Hinge from those hips. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release that. Well done. We are going to take our Pilates circle now and we're going to make our way down to the mat. If you don't have a Pilates ring, you can always use a towel, a resistance band, a long one. Strong resistance to support your leg though. Okay, so we're going to come on down. So once again, keep the ring to the side, hands behind your knees and roll down. So I do this just for spine safety, for back safety. We want to make sure that you are safe. So we are back on our backs. I want you to grab your circle for me and you're going to lift your right leg into the ring. Now, I've got the handle for use here, much more comfortable I find than being there. If you prefer that, please do so. I'm going to be here. Now, bring the handle towards the lower end of the toe mounts where your arch and your toes meet, sort of. So you're not too close there, okay? So just be safe because you don't want that ring to fly out for health and safety here. Now, if this is it for you today, stay here. Totally fine. Shoulders down. We aim not to hold our breath when we stretch. It's important because imagine you hold your breath, your muscles don't release as much. So deep inhale
and exhale. You're going to take that left leg out along the floor, push that heel away and hold this position. Once again, remember, stretching is a mild point of tension, not burning or stinging pain at the back of your knee, because that's a sign to stop, ease off a little. Right, so we hold this position. I'd like you to bend your knee, inhale, and then exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. One more time, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Pause. Your left hand is going to hold onto that handle. Your right hand comes down to the side. Without lifting your right bum cheek, ease the leg across the midline and hold it here. Stay, stay, stay. Now I'm going to use the circle as a steering wheel, and I'm going to think about rotating that way towards the right hand side as I do this. So I'm externally rotating from the hip joint, not from my knee, from the top of the hip here. And I take it across the midline. So deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Check that that bum cheek's not lifting off the mat. And then bring it back to the center. Now, bring that left knee up to meet the right knee. Bend that left knee and stay. Check that your foot is safely supported in the circle. You're then going to open out and you're going to gently press down on that knee on this side, the left. So this is your inner thigh stretch. Modification, you could come to a butterfly stretch and hold that position for me. So if that is more your thing, do it. So this is quite a strong inner thigh stretch. You're really pressing down on that left outside, inside of the knee, should I say. So keeping those hips nice and balanced, hip points shining to the sky. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth and bring that leg in. Let's change legs in the air, so we're going to be safe here. Change legs. We start with the bent right leg this time and hold it here, checking in with your foot position. Hold that position. So I've shown you two different hand grips today, so you can either do that or do that. This position encourages us to keep those shoulders back and down and keep the chest open. Right, so we find the point of bond, the point of stretch, where you feel, yeah, it's stretching out, not the point of I can't do anymore. So be really careful here. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like to take it further, you're going to take that right leg out, really reach it out, push it away, keep your head down. If your chin is doing this, I highly recommend a book or a pillow behind your head, something to support you to keep that neck nice and long. So we're going to inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, straighten. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, straighten. One more time. Inhale, bend your knee, and exhale, straighten and hold. We try our best to not bend the knee now. Remember, if it's shaking, just ease off a little. So we're going to grab on with our right hand into the handle. The left hand comes down to the ground, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, prepare. As we exhale, we take that leg across the midline. Remember, we talked about externally rotating from your hip joint here. So that is your steering wheel once again. And we're encouraging external rotation through the hip here. And deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. That left bum cheek needs to stay down. Bring yourself back to the center, coming up for your hamstring stretch. Hold it here for a moment. We bring that right knee in to meet the left. So I'll bring knee to knee. Remember, your modification is your butterfly stretch or diamond shape with your feet on the floor, soles of the feet together, or you can do this. Remember also that we don't want to let that leg just drop to the ground, keeping those hip points shining up to the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm smiling. Are you? Breathing in and breathing out. Using your hand, bring that leg in, and then we're going to let both legs go back up into that circle. I'd like everyone to turn their hands around this way now, please. Take your right heel up to the sky and bend your left knee. Stay there. Notice the calf stretch that happens here. Gorgeous, especially if you've got tight Achilles like me. This is a great stretch to do. If you want more hamstring, you're going to ease the legs in a little more. Keep that lower back down. We don't want the butt to lift off the floor. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Allow the ankle to relax. Push the heel to the sky, the toes towards the shin. And let's switch and change. So you bend the right knee. Shoulders down. Trying not to bite the teeth at the back of the mouth. It's important we relax the face, so we don't try and do any facial expressions. Just relax your face. Breathe in through the nose. As we exhale, we're going to ease that thigh closer towards your ribs without bending your knee. The only knee that's bending is the right. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So both heels up to the sky this time. Hold it there. Inhale. As you exhale, ease your thighs towards you a little more. Now stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back off. Take the right foot out the ring. Take the left foot out the ring. Excellent. Now we're going to place this circle to the shelf of your skull. The shelf, the bony bit there, not on your neck, really important. So it's going to look like I'm in some type of weird contraption here. And I'm holding the outside edges here, and I'm going to rest down for a moment. You're going to lift up as if you're about to do an abdominal curl. My eye gaze is towards my knees, and I'm gently pulling forwards. My elbows are coming forwards in my peripheral vision there. And I want you to gently tilt and turn your head to one side. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Come back to the center. You press in the back of your skull into the hand of the ring as well. And then tilt and turn your head to the other side. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hello, triceps. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Come back to the center. And then lower yourself down, and let's release that circle. I want you to place the circle out of the way. It's a great prop to use if you find that you are having issues when you do sit-ups, that your neck is just not enjoying that. So you place the ring where I said, by the shelf, and you have your hands here, and try your sit-ups like so. It's just a really nice support for your neck. We're not pulling, but supporting your neck. Right, so turn your head over to the right-hand side. And then come back to the center. And then turn your head over to the other side. Come back to the center. So we're going to take the right arm, the right hand to your left temple. You're going to walk your left hand towards your left heel. And you're going to turn. So I've moved my skull from there to a side bend. Now this is really important. Make sure that you are safe. Make sure you're comfortable. Avoid this if it doesn't feel right. Just rolling side to side is totally fine. Hold it here. Walk your left fingers down to your left heel. Come back to the center. Move your head back into position, and it's change sides. So I wouldn't recommend this if you find it's not great for you. You just keep continuing with this instead. Yeah, but if you feel okay, join me again. So your left hand to your right temple. Walk your right fingers down to your right heel, and then lift and move your head back to that position and stay there. Hold it there. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. That's what I always say. If it don't feel right, don't do it. And then bring your skull back up to where it was. Press the back of your skull into the mat. Inhale. And then exhale. Now lift your chin up, hold it there, neck strengthening. Inhale. And exhale, and then bring yourself down. Good. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Hold it here for a moment. Just stay. Feel a stretch through the lower back. If your hips don't like this, maybe hold on there instead. And just move from side to side. Bring your hands to your knees and scissor. And then circle. Hip pathology, smaller range. Change direction, go the other way. Bring your feet down one at a time. Roll to your side, support yourself up. Take a seat facing me. Take this arm up and over, side bend, come up. Same on the other side. Come back up. Place the arms onto your knees. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Lift your shoulder blades up, shoulders up. Exhale, drop. And just move your head from side to side. Let's do that again. Lift up. And then move your shoulders down. Rub your hands together. Generating some heat, some energy. Gently cover the eyes. And then take the arms away. Take a nice deep inhale, look up to the sky. And exhale, bring them down. And thank you for doing your stretch and mobilization session with me. If you are interested in my stretch class, they happen every Friday at 12 p.m. So I'd love to see you there. If you'd like to check it out, let me know. So have a lovely rest of your week, wherever you are today. Stay safe. My name is Adrian. Thank you for watching. See you soon.